Okay, so I'm gonna go through how I build a Handshake site on WordPress with WP2Static and Amazon AWS. Okay, so I made a dummy one. It's a site I just got December 24th, or DEC24 is the Handshake TLD. And I threw a quick background I downloaded off of Pixabay. And I threw down the background. And I'm using Xpro Page Builder in WordPress on a development server. You don't have to have WordPress public because you're going to host it in static HTML on AWS S3. So WP2Static, actually, my friend Leon developed this. It's totally open source. You install it on a WordPress, not on your local computer or a remote server. So I have it on a remote server. Sorry, I'm going to blur out the URL because it's a private server. All right, so I made this, and I also threw some dummy text from a sales page. We do a lot of content here at the company, so I just threw that there just so you can see it. And I also made a subpage /gifts. Let me just show you how this looks. Again, you can use any WordPress site builder. Hopefully it converts with WP2Static. So this is the site, and then there's an inner page /gifts, which is just dummy WordPress. See, and this is the home page. I just basically made a one-page site. And then I go into the WordPress dashboard. I've installed WP2Static. You're definitely going to need that to make this work. It's a plugin on WordPress. And you go to the settings, and the key is HTTP, no S, because there's not SSL on Handshake. So HTTP:// I use SLD. I can't get this setting, won't let me just put December 24th or just a TLD. So you need a subdomain or SLD. So I did by before December 24th. And then I export this to static. It will create an HTML site. It should be pretty fast because it's just a one-page site with a couple of images, or basically just that Christmas tree image. And it is compiling. Once this compiles, it's going to give me a zip. I just download the zip. You could actually auto connect this to Amazon directly, but I just dump it onto my computer. It's 6 megabytes. I'm gonna unzip it. There might be even a more technical way where you could unzip it in Amazon S3. I don't know how to do that, so I'm gonna click zip. And it is unzipping now, okay? And now I have it here. So it's on my computer. This is basically how it's converted to all the HTML pages, okay? So now I'm gonna go to Amazon AWS. I've logged in. I have an AWS account. I go to S3. I create a new bucket. The bucket name should match your SLD and TLD. So mine is by before December 24. By before December 24. By before December 24. Choose your region. I don't think it matters. I'm in Asia. I want to make the totally public. It's going to give me a warning because it's going to cost money to host. I don't think it costs that much. Hopefully, I mean, for you, it can't, unless you're getting millions of traffic. I've never paid more than $10 a month. Of course, just be aware you're making a public site. Create the bucket. Okay, bucket is created, and now you go into that bucket. And you can drag and drop those files you just unzipped. There might be a way to do it. Maybe somebody can tell me how to do it where it's, you can just do the zip, but I don't know how to do that. So I drop it here. It's going to be uploading it. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. My internet's a little bit slow here. So it's preparing. It's going to zip them all. And there's some questions, but I just upload it. Of course, if you are re-uploading, because you of course do version 2, version 3, you can have different settings, but you just want to make sure you upload the fastest one. So it's uploading now. It's going to take 3 minutes. I will chop this out of the video and jump once it's done. Well, that's pretty fast. Drink some tea. Okay, we're back. It's finished uploading. Took me about 20 seconds, but I cut that out just to save you time. So now we've uploaded all of the WordPress files into the S3 bucket folder that's matching the name of our SLD TLD. Okay, so I go back to the buckets. I go back to this bucket. There's a couple settings we need to do to make this a public site. Go to properties, scroll down, make it a static web host. Edit, yes. It might warn me because I'm going to the big bad web. Index.html. I don't know if we have any. I don't know if there is a 404 page I made. I just stick that in there. But the index is made by WP2Static. It does that. The home page or any sub page would have index.html. Go to permissions, and this one's a little bit tricky, but you got to make a bucket policy. I got this from the bucket. Basically, copy paste, and then you just switch this to your SLD TLD. It doesn't work for top level. Actually, it does work top level on AWS, but I can't get it on WP2Static to work on just a TLD level. So it's by before December 24. Save. Okay, so now just so we can see what it hopefully looks okay. It might be broken a little bit because it's not pointing to not pointing to this site, but this is where it is, right? So the image is broken because the URL is by before.December 24, which is going to be this, right? So that's why these images are not loading. But now we got to go to your TLD. I have them in namebase. I go to December 24th, and you got to set up your CNAME. CNAME by before. Value data is this. Copy this, paste this. Now, no slash and no HTTP in the front. So it's just, you see that? It's just this. And then save. Now, I don't know how long it will take to resolve. I have a resolver set up on my Chrome, so by before, just make sure that you're by before.December 24, enter. I don't know if it's going to be ready yet. Seems it's already set up. There it is. I set it up. So now, let's see if the subpage works. Subpage is there, see? Homepage there. All this stuff is there. It works for me. Some people said the images aren't loading, but this is done. So again, WordPress on a staging server, or on your local computer. Plug in WP2Static. Shout out to Leon Stafford, my friend that made this plugin. Build the site in WordPress, and then download a zip, or there's actually ways to connect to S3 automatically. I haven't done that. And then you go to S3, and you create a bucket matching that SLD.TLD. I can't get it to work on TLD only for this setup. And then I go to properties, turn on static web hosting. I go to permissions, and then add that bucket policy, and then change the domain to the SLD.TLD. And then I go to namebase, and I update my DNS to the CNAME with the SLD, and then the bucket name without HTTP in front and no trailing slash. Save, and then I can use it so long as I have a resolver. That's it. I hope this helps. Again, really excited about this, and I would love to hear your feedback too and how to make this better. Thank you.